This is the HITWAY BK16, a hybrid bike for roads and off-road with massive wheels and tyres, an integrated battery and completely UK legal. And just under £1,000, this bike is an amazing price and we're going to show you why in this review. Let's check it out. Right, that should just slip on there. Yeah, so let's go. The first maiden voyage of the HITWAY BK16. Yeah, so this is the first maiden voyage of the HITWAY BK16. It's actually got a really nice suspension seat. One of the first things I've noticed is kind of how nice the suspension seat is. Just turn up to level 3. Look at that, the power kicks it instantly. Our first real kind of hill test, and it's doing it with ease. Very, very, very easy, this hill. So yeah, this first kind of test is the hill, and we're doing really, really well. Not a massive hill, about kind of 15-20% hill, and we are doing it absolutely fine. I absolutely love HITWAY bikes. Yeah, I am a fan of HITWAY bikes. My dad even rides a HITWAY bike. Yeah, so the HITWAY BK16 is a step-through city commuter bike with 26-inch wheels that are 3 inches wide, so really good for kind of off-roading as well. It's a bit of a jack of all trades bike. You can do pretty much everything with this. It does have 7 Shimano Altus gears, very, very nice sturdy back rack as well, plus a back light and brake light. The battery fits seamlessly into the frame here as well. And again, it's just done with a key system here, so you unlock it and the battery just pops out. You can charge it on the bike or indoors. It does have a speed sensor with 3 assist modes. I actually really like this. It almost looks like it's a mid-drive motor in there, but it's not. But I just think it looks cool. Talking of motors, we have a 250 watt rear hub in here, so completely UK legal, but does kick out enough power, and just standard mechanical brakes in here, but they work really, really well. It's got a lovely screen on here, so it's got all your mileage displayed. Like I said, 3 levels of assistance. Very big, vibrant colour display there. Looks great. Very, very comfortable hand grips. And I love the little features like HITWAY just written there. I love little bits like that. Little bits of detailing I really like. So super comfortable grips. It's all done with this little control system here. Yeah, so instantly really like the display, and I love the kind of wide handlebars here. It does have front suspension forks. They are just basic front suspension forks, no kind of lockout or preload. You have got a mount for a basket in case you want it here as well. I love the design. I absolutely love the gloss white finish as well. It does come in blue and black, but for me personally, I'm glad they sent me the white one because I think that is the best looking one. And this bike is coming in under £1,000, which is an absolute bargain. Yeah, so we've done a bit of a mini hill test now. We'll just take it through the woods up here to see how she kind of handles light tracks and trails. That speed sensor takes a couple of rotations to get going. So yeah, it should handle stuff like this just fine, really. It's not made for off-roading, but it's not incapable. It's not incapable off-roading, if you know what I mean. It will handle tracks and trails just fine. And it really is a smooth ride here. That seat suspension post really does make a difference when absorbing those bumps. And of course that front suspension as well is pretty good. So yeah, that seat does make a huge difference. Comes in a couple of different colours, but I do like the white. I like the drop down frame as well. You know, especially if you are my age and you do struggle to get your leg over, this drop-down frame is a really nice little feature. A little bit of battery sag at the moment. Is kind of fluctuating between 2 and 3 bars, but I didn't fully charge it up. I only stuck it on for an hour before I was desperate to get out and ride it. Initial impressions are it's very nice, very nice. Yeah, what I'll do is I'll come out tomorrow for a proper ride. I'm going to go on a super long ride tomorrow just to test the battery out on this thing. But now it is literally, I've built it, I just want to come out and give it a go. That cadence sensor takes a little bit of persuasion to get going. My dad is a huge HITWAY fan. He rides a HITWAY. So you can't go wrong. They're a very, very well established brand, and this bike is fantastic. Not the fastest in the world, it's never going to set any land speed records because it is completely UK compliant, and most bikes nowadays are. A lot of the bikes are going down that route now because the laws do not look like changing. You know, they're here to stay. 15.5 is here to stay, and 250 watts. But I've got to be honest, living in a hilly area, you know, I don't really struggle with 250 watts. I think it's fine. So at the moment I'm in pedal assist free. That's where you're getting most of the assist, obviously. But that seat is really comfortable. We're going over a couple of bumpy bits here, and that cushioned seat is really taking a load off. It's taking a lot of the kind of sting out of these bumps, and I like that. And I spoke about the benefits of e-bikes before. Living in a busy city, as I do, sometimes getting around is an absolute nightmare in a car. So a bike is absolutely perfect. You can get anywhere fast, and you can just park it up somewhere, pop in, do a little bit of shopping. Done 2 miles so far. Yeah, in terms of unboxing and stuff, it comes extremely well boxed and packaged, as you'd expect.
Yeah, so it comes very well packaged, box with all the information written on the side. Quite a hefty load, a big box. We're just going to cut these off here and reveal the goods. So what do we have inside the box? Well, first off, it's packed really well. Lots of like foam like material just to keep the bike nice and safe in transportation, so nothing is damaged. We've got a couple of goodies in the box as well, so we will take a look at them shortly. Just get rid of the rubbish. So we do have the manual, always recommend reading this, the power brick, and a box of extra goodies including a free lock that HITWAY provide. We also have a free pump, so HITWAY supply everything you need to get started, lock and pump, and you are well on your way. You also get a free multi-tool, so you can kind of assemble it with ease. As you can see here, there's not a lot to do. We've got to put the handlebars on, very simple process. Put the seat on, put the front wheel on with a quick release mechanism, the pedals, and that is pretty much that. We are ready to go. Obviously inflate the tyres to around about 40 psi, I believe, but I have this electric pump which makes very light work of that. We also have this lovely switch that lights up, a very nice front LED which is relatively bright, and a rear light which is not a brake light, unfortunately.
So right, we've got a full battery. I let it charge it overnight, probably about a 7 or 8 hour charge time for that. So we're going to go out on a lovely bike ride today and see what this thing can do in terms of mileage. You do get quite a lot of battery sag with this bike, I've noticed. So the battery fluctuates quite a lot depending what you're doing, so that bar will come back. I do like the gear system on this, one of those kind of index shifters, but it does feel very comfortable. The manufacturers always quote a very high kind of mileage. That is based on level assist 1, rider weight, perfect riding conditions, so you do have to bear that in mind. What they state is never really a true reflection of what you're really going to get in the real world. Always kind of do your own tests. And the bike is actually fairly heavy, so pedaling this thing without the electric, I think it'll be tough. So there you go, the battery bar has made its way back up to full and it's dropped again. So it does fluctuate depending how much kind of voltage is going through the bike. The harder it works, you will see that battery drop dramatically. Got a slight bit of disc rub in the front, but that will work its way out as soon as those brakes are kind of bedded in. Yeah, so I'm about 5'8" on a good day. It's fairly big. It's a big framed bike, but it does have that drop frame, so it's quite easy to mount. The seat goes really high and really low, so you know you can have it as low down as here. So I think if you are like 5 foot nothing, I think you'll be fine on this bike. I think it does cater for a wide variety of height sizes. Like I said, I'm average, about 5'8", and I can get on it just fine. So that's me on the bike, so I'm on my kind of tiptoes. That's kind of the perfect riding position. So now we've got a little bit of off-roading to navigate because of where we're going, so that's a good thing about this bike. You know, it's perfectly good on roads, but you can go off the beaten track. And it's good for kind of gravel paths like this. And it's not too bumpy because you've got that lovely, comfortable suspension seat post, which does help. Let's have something out of Beetlejuice, doesn't it? I mean, just listen to that. Just wildlife. What an amazing spot. Having a bike, it really is amazing to come exploring. You know, there's not many places to park around here, so to come up here on a bike to see the amazing monument and just all of Winchester, really. I'll get you some lovely views shortly, but this is why you need an e-bike. Cue the drone shots in 3, 2, 1. Looks very much like the house up on the hill from the first Beetlejuice film. Winchester, yeah, you've seen like me do city tours before, the hustle and bustle of the main city, but this is like on the outskirts. It's absolutely stunning. What a better way to experience it than on the HITWAY BK16. So they claim anything from kind of 45 to 75 miles. I always think that is a bit of a stretch. Like I said, always do your own tests. But if you are using it in a level assist 1, you might get kind of 40 miles, 30, 40 miles. The frame is aluminium alloy. It is quite heavy. I've got a bad back, so I can't do a full kind of lift test, but it is fairly sturdy. You know, it's built well. And I think I've pretty much covered everything on the HITWAY BK16. I love reviewing bikes. Such a good excuse to get out in the wildlife. And look at this. So like I said, everything is linked in the description. There should be a discount code as well, so if you do want this beauty, use my code. This is the hardest bit coming up here. Look. So that is an 11-mile trip and used one singular battery bar, which is good range on this thing. Wow, I'm actually really impressed. Pull it out and you can take it in and charge it up.